Yeah, it's hard starting. And everything in it is electronic. So it's electric trims, aileron, and elevator. And well, we're in the pattern and stuff, and we're just flying around, so there's all your flight data, even though everything's backed up mechanically, just in case that fails. It's like anything else when you get used to flying. It's like driving a big ship. When you get used to flying, you can look outside and see how fast you're going. You know, it doesn't... But when we're in cross countries, then we can go to the map, and we can turn all this other stuff off and go strictly to a map. And we'll have it all on there. So anything that's in red right now, the computer's telling us that we're not going to clear it. We're at the wrong altitude. So as we start increasing in altitude, then it allows us to see the contour just like you're looking at a sectional.
Yeah.
And then if I turn the weather on, it'll, of course we don't have any today, but it'll give us all the clouds, the heights, it's got TCAS built into it, so it gives you aircraft around you.
Wow.
And a full axis autopilot. So if you want to go somewhere, you just hit direct, go over to Spokane, touch Spokane, and let go of the stick. The only thing that you have to do is manage your speed.
Wow.
But it's a spendy unit.
I can imagine.
And then they call this Synthovision. So you're supposed to be able to, that is a true representation of what's out there. So when you get into the mountains, it actually shows the mountains, and you can actually kind of fly with GPS representation of what's out there. So it even shows all the cell towers that are out here. There's a cell tower.
Incredible.
In relationship to, because here comes the runway. So here's the runway out there.
But if all that goes tits up, then you better
You still got that and the sectional. Yeah, you still got to look outside.
You got to look out the window.
Yeah. And a lot of guys don't put any steam gauges in for backups, and I'm still a steam gauge guy. Because this gets so... You can actually get systems overload, I mean, as a pilot. You got so much crap that's showing you. And for me, it's a lot easier for airspeed to look over here than it is to look on here. So here's my airspeed on this side. There's my altitude. This is my rate of climb. Outside air temperature, weather, everything else is on here. There's my heading. My artificial horizon's right here. So it's all the entire instrument panel, the whole airplane in that little deal. And some of the planes that we build, the TV screens are twice as big. This is the medium-sized one. And you basically just have two, and what they'll do is they'll have this for primary flight data. They'll have this one over here for primary navigation, but you can switch back and forth between screens. So if you want to see, like I said, normally we're sitting like that because we're monitoring what our engine's doing. This is all the CHTs, all the EGTs, fuel on board, so it's automatically calculating and telling us when we're low, high, how far we can travel on that much fuel.
This sounds like the 912?
No, this is a Jabiru. These are made in Australia. This is a much better engine than that 912.
Really? It's four-stroke, though.
Yeah, it's four-stroke, completely air-cooled. The 912 is a hybrid. It's water and air-cooled. This one is, and this is really going to amaze you. This is only 85 horse. And this thing will walk right up to, well, you can sit around all day long at 160 mile an hour.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And you're burning about... We'll fart around here at about 120 to 130 mile an hour and probably burn 3 gallons an hour. Incredible. And if I remember right, we got 29 gallons of fuel on board.
You'd have to bring a bottle to piss in.
Oh yeah, we got 10 hours endurance. So when it's filled up, you can fly for 10 hours. I can't, but somebody could.
10 hours at 130 knots.
Yeah, 130 mile an hour. and that's a pretty safe cruise. You know, light sport lets us go up to 132 knots, and this doesn't. This plane's actually, even though it's light sport licensed, it really doesn't meet the light sport category. It's too fast. And the landing speeds, even with the vortex generators that we put on the wings, we're still on final at 80. So it's not a short field, soft field plane. It's to get in and go somewhere. Yep. And then we changed. Jabru comes with magnetos, like a conventional airplane. We changed and put what they call plasma drives. And here's my RPM, okay? And normally a mag check in a normal plane, you'll drop 75 to 100. Watch how much this drops. There's an increase of 10.
Wow, almost nothing.
Yeah, and they are, when we set it up, I didn't really want to change the magneto system because they've been around forever. Magnetos work. Yeah. When we did the timing on this thing, it ended up being, I says, well, how do you know which coil goes to what? And he says, oh, you just take your finger and turn the prop, and it'll arc between the coils. And they were that far apart, the pins, and it snapped a blue arc across them things. And he says, well, the one it snaps from, that's the intermodal coil. And I says, you got to be kidding me. And he says, no, he says, you don't have to spin it fast. He says, just spin it, not very fast. He says, you'll see it snap. Oh, and it arced that far. Wow. And I figured, well, this is going to burn up spark plugs and everything else, but it doesn't. Oh, that got me. Okay. That's your shirt.
But it hasn't burned up any plugs.
No, and it runs absolutely perfect. Hey, trim set, aileron set. Multi-traffic experiment 952 Lima Whiskey taking active 34 will be staying in the pattern multi. Too loud? Oh, too loud?
Just on when you're talking on the radio.
Turn it down here a little bit.
Great visibility.
Oh yeah. That's the stall warning indicator. Our nice smooth runway. Says 90 mile an hour, 95 mile an hour climb out at 500 foot a minute. Wow. There's 850 foot a minute.
I'll bet my father, if he got to fly in this, he'd get back into flying. After flying the F4s, he didn't really want to.
Oh yeah. Well, this is like a little sports car. I mean, you don't have to touch those ailerons much but it's a stable plane. I mean, some of them we fly and build, they're kind of twitchy.
This doesn't have any aerobatic capabilities, does it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's 6 and 3, I think.
6 and 3?
Yeah.
Wow. Is there some Kevlar in this?
There's Kevlar, carbon fiber, and a bunch of honeycomb fiberglass. Get this boob back here, and we'll see how warm it is. Then you get all kinds of visibility. Yeah, it's already getting thermally. We're farting around at 125.
What's the V&E?
Oh, 200. Ground speed right now is 113, so we got a headwind. Wind's off our nose. The computer tells you everything. Wind's off our nose. We're 113 mile an hour ground speed. It's saying we got 19 mile an hour headwind.
Wow, you wouldn't think we'd have 19 up here already.
But see out in the gravel road out there, you see the smoke?
Yeah.
So it's almost matching what the computer's saying. And it's just, you roll it into a turn and there she sits.
Oh, that feels nice. The only VSI is on here.
Yeah. The rest are just backups for the engine. That's a 720 channel radio and then transponder.
This oil temp in the yellow caution area.
That's fine. We actually marked everything and it's programmed on here. If there is a problem, it'll automatically start flashing what's wrong. So see where it says yellow here? 133. It's only 118 or 218 there. They pick up two different spots in oil temperature. One's the oil galley and one's in the oil cooler. We get the power backed off a little bit, get the nose down here, and she'll start cooling off again. There's 130. 135, bumble 135. We're burning, let's see, we're burning 4.9 right now.
Where's your RPM?
3,100, 3,000. Red line's 33. Real easily you can get back here to 28.
Right here, tractor 062 is heading on runway 34 right downwind to the south.
Doesn't take long to burn up a bunch of ground on this thing. Like traffic, 2 Lima Whiskey's over, or you and I will be entering a modified rate base for 16, full stop Mosley, or 34, excuse me.
Where's this other guy that's coming in for 3-4?
He just took off.
Oh, he just took off, okay.
Yeah, crop duster. Just turning outbound now. Mosaic traffic, 2 Lima Whiskies, rate base, 34 full stop Mosaic.
Are you out there a couple miles?
Yeah, I'm kind of wide. I'm over you and I saw you take off.
Okay, I see you. By 2 Lima Whiskey, can you pull it into the hangar, Darrin, when you come in?
Yep.
Do that.
The crop duster.
Yep, that's what I was talking to on the radio.
Mosaic Lake traffic, 3359 Foxtrot, departing 34 Mosaic Lake. We've got the traffic.
Is he actually out spraying or is he just playing?
No, he's out going to a field to spray.
Be a fun job. Of course, I think yours is going to be more fun.
Fun job for a while, then it's like any other job. Dad did it for years.
Mosaic, Charlie, Tulane, Whiskey, short final, 3-4, full stop, Mosaic.
Yeah, it was a lot of hours building, a lot of sanding on this thing.
I believe it. Did a lot of that with my 50-foot sailboat that I chartered in Alaska.
Oh yeah.
10 years worth of work and $350,000 in that.
That could have been a hell of a lot smoother.
Oh, it floats and then...
Yeah, then it quits. It's definitely a high-speed wing.
Yeah. And this thing is real sensitive.
Yeah, it's a... Well, I say it's a little fighter plane.
I wouldn't want to fly this without a lot of dual time.
I got 90 hours in this thing and did all the flight testing on it. All the planes I build, even if it's a customer's Challenger and they build it, if it's a builder assist, I do all the flight training or the initial flight test for them. Just because I just rather have something go wrong when I'm flying it than somebody else.
Well, how many hours do you have total time?
Oh, 6,000.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so you would be able to react appropriately to just about anything.
And Dad's got close to 40,000. And everybody keeps telling me the same thing. You ever want to get as much time as your dad? And I go, nope. I don't even have a desire to have that much flight time.
How many hours has he got?
About 40,000.
Oh my gosh. Was he Air Force before got into this?
Yeah. Yeah, but he never flew it. He was an engineer.
Oh.
He wasn't a pilot in the Air Force.
My father told me, if you're going to fly, you need to fly just about every week to stay good.